When Microsoft unveiled the Xbox One Elite controller, with all its knobs, sticks and paddles, at E3 2015, we all gasped, oohed and awed. It's quite the work of art, with its brushed metal accessories and matte black soft touch finish. And in reality, the Elite controller's announcement didn't come as much of a surprise, seeing as the rise of esports and competitive gaming has been huge. The new Xbox One Elite controller is a customizable gamepad that's quite the upgrade over the regular wireless controller. It's primarily aimed at the seriously competitive gamers, in particular the ones that tend to mod out their pads for the aggressive edge. But with those customization options comes a steep price. So the question is the Xbox One Elite controller worth it? Design. For your investment, you'll get a wonderful box of tricks. Sliding the lid off the box presents you with the Elite Xbox One controller in its fabric-covered clamshell case, which protects it when not in use, but also acts as storage for all the accessories. By looks alone you could be forgiven for thinking this is a standard Xbox One controller with a lick of paint. But the little molded rubber holder beneath belies its Elite status. The Elite controller comes with a pair of D-pads, one a metal version of the regular D-pad, but the other a faceted metal option, and 3 analog stick choices. For the analog sticks you're looking at the standard concave diamond grip option, a taller version of these, and a domed set that sit between the two in terms of height. There are also 2 sets of paddles that attach to the rear of the controller, and a long braided micro USB cable, which is a must-have for those competitive sessions. All of these sit within the molded rubber holder, with the idea that you can store them securely when not in use, even when traveling around. In practice, the spare analog sticks and cross-style D-pad all fit in securely, but the faceted D-pad and the paddles come loose very easily, rattling about in the case. When I first picked up the Elite controller, what was immediately noticeable was the increased weight. Due to its upgraded innards and new metal attachments, the Elite controller has gained some grams. Microsoft says that with all 4 paddles attached and the AA batteries inserted, the Elite controller weighs 348 grams, give or take 15 grams for the different attachment combinations. That's quite the increase on the 280 grams regular wireless controller. Although the weight is initially very palpable, you quickly become accustomed to the increased mass. In fact, it's reassuringly heavy. The combination of the new matte rubber finish, and the diamondized rubber grip on the underside, make it a controller that molds into your hands and stays there, regardless of how sweaty your hands get during extended gaming sessions. You get so familiar with the weight and feel of the Elite controller, that the regular one feels cheap and thoroughly inferior. Microsoft has ensured that, by kitting the Elite controller out with a mature understated design. The colorful face buttons and plastic finish have been swapped out for a monochrome color scheme and metal touches that makes the Elite look like a premium product. The triggers, D-pads, and analog sticks are all now made from metal, for durability, while the actual analog stick sockets have been enhanced with a reinforced ring to make sure they last longer. Both the D-pad and analog sticks are interchangeable, with the current option attached by magnets. While you're playing, they feel safe and secure, but if you want to change them out for a new version, it's quick and simple to do. The only issue with the magnetic attachments was with the rear paddles. The Elite controller can support up to 4 rear paddles, which can function as a duplicate of any of the buttons on the pad you want. But these can be easily caught and dislodged as you pick up the controller. It's a particular pain at first, when you're getting used to have those extra appendages, but you will get used to it eventually. Around the back of the Elite controller, above the slots for these paddles, is a green switch on either side. These are associated with the new and improved hair trigger locks on the triggers. If you push the green switches down, they operate independently, they'll physically limit the travel of each trigger. In practice that means you'll be able to shoot faster in shooting games, or whatever you use your triggers for. That's going to be a massive boon for professional players where every second counts. You'll also find that the Xbox One Elite controller has some rather lovely shoulder buttons. Gone are the overly loud clicky bumpers of the original controller, with the Elite instead offering a quieter and more even response wherever you press them. App. But what takes this enhanced Elite controller even further, is the Xbox Accessories app. Available on Windows 10 and Xbox One, the app makes sure that the customization options don't stop with the hardware. The app gives you the option to rebind the functionality of every button, aside from the menu and options buttons. You now have complete control over how your gamepad works, without being confined to customization on a game-by-game basis. The Elite can store 2 button mapping configurations at once. The controller lets you switch between them using the slider underneath the options and menu buttons. You can store even more configurations in the Xbox Accessories app, and load them onto the controller as and when you need them. The app also goes beyond basic button mapping too. There's individual adjustments for analog stick sensitivity, that manage the distance the sticks need to travel before they react as in-game movements. You can also adjust the sensitivity and dead zone of the triggers. The app even lets you turn down the haptic feedback and adjust the brightness of the Xbox light. For those among you that like things a certain way, the Elite controller also lets you swap the sticks over, permanently invert the right or left stick's Y-axis, or swap the triggers around. Should I buy the Xbox One Elite controller? Although I'm totally addicted to the Elite controller now that I have used it, my recommendation comes with some caveats. If you're looking to spend that much on a controller, you need to seriously think about how much you play, and what games you are playing, because it is around $100 more than a regular gamepad. However, for your investment, you will get the ultimate customizable controller, that will no doubt last the entire lifespan of your console, and possibly longer. Verdict: the Xbox One Elite controller really is the one gamepad to rule them all, with its mature aesthetics, strong customization options and durability.